More walking, more buses, more disappointment. It is the start of day 2 of game hunting in Ottawa today, and I am getting up, getting going, heading out for a coffee and some breakfast, as always, making a plan of attack on how I'm going to visit the city today, and I like to get an idea of the types of places I'm going to go and the spots that I'm actually able to visit. Today's going to look a little bit different though because I don't have a car and I'm relying 100% on public transport, so buses, trains, and more walking, a whole lot of walking. It's going to be an absolute adventure on day 2. Let's get going. Today the plan is to try to hit 3 different spots: a GameStop, a Value Village, and a Salvation Army. So I'm looking at Google Maps and I see the GameStop. It's about 23 minutes away, and at this point I just took a train pretty far out. I've got a 15-minute walk to a GameStop and then a 15-minute walk back to the train so that I can keep game hunting. Half an hour of walking, 15 minutes to the GameStop and 15 minutes back. It shouldn't have been that hard. This is the path Google Maps apparently knew this was the way to go. Okay, thanks Google. Like, where am I right now? This is where I am. Look at this. Passing through. Scoot. But then, like a shining beacon of light, I saw it in the distance. There it is. GameStop. Alright, let's find some games. The first game that I come across is this copy of Life is Strange 2 on the Xbox One. And this one has all of the stuff inside. The disc is in great shape and has some cards of some sort. I'm not really sure what those are. But I was really happy to find this game because I already have the limited edition of the first part of the game, so now those two can go together. If you haven't checked out the Life is Strange games already, I totally recommend them. They are very cool, narrative-driven adventure games that deal with emotions, real-world problems, but it's all sort of soaked in this supernatural powers and ability sort of universe. Very cool games, totally recommend them, and worth checking out. Kiva's Trip is a game that I had seen a few times online and heard interesting reviews about. It's also out on the Vita and the PSP as well as a couple other consoles, I believe. But when I saw this anniversary edition for $40, I really couldn't pass it up considering it comes with the game sealed, the official soundtrack sealed, and a softcover art book. This one's sort of an oddball oddity addition to the collection. Akiba's Trip has you touring around Japan's Akihabara district in search of vampires in an effort to remove their clothing by beating them up and exposing them to sunlight. Strange addition to the collection, but a cool one to add. Stop number 2 of the day is Value Village, and I'm about 15 minutes by transit from my last location. I didn't do so well at Value Village yesterday, so I've got really high hopes for this one. And right away off the bat, behind the glass case, I see a Master Chief Halo helmet, and I'm absolutely interested in that. I'm going to check out the price and...
120.
Oh, 120? Okay. That's what, thanks. Yeah, $120 is probably a little more than I want to spend on this one. I find a really good condition Xbox 360S console. They're only asking $8 for it, which is a really great steal. No cables, no controllers, but I have all that at home. The issue is I'm traveling. I don't really want to pack this into my luggage. I almost bought it just for the 320 gig hard drive that was inside of it and then donated the rest of it back, but I let this one go and someone else can have that score. You know, this Value Village actually had some pretty good stuff in it, and if it was in my hometown, I probably would have left with a lot of stuff. I actually could have built an entire Xbox 360 with all the parts that I found, but I left them there for someone else. On my way out the door though, I did find this super cool Vault Tech t-shirt, and I'm actually wearing it in part 1 of Game Hunting in Ottawa, so if you didn't catch that one already, I'll link it up here somewhere for you. And yeah, pretty great t-shirt and stoked on that score, and it was worth it to head over and at least get this. Another half-hour journey's got me here. I don't really know where here is, but I don't have high hopes about this Salvation Army. I did a very quick tour around this Salvation Army after seeing New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii for $60 and Mario Bros. Duck Hunt combo for $100 in the glass case. But on some of these stops, I did feel a little obligated to pick something up. After all, I had journeyed so far looking for games, so I did pick up this copy of Turok on the Xbox 360 for $6. You know, the Turok series for me is sort of a love-hate relationship, and it all started back when I was an 11-year-old and I got my first N64. I didn't really get why a shooting game had a bow and arrow in it, and I really didn't give it much of a chance. This Turok game, released for the Xbox 360 in 2008, is the most current version of the game you can play, and you know, maybe it's going to be a redemption story for me, and for $6, it's absolutely worth a shot. Alright, and that is it for game hunting in Ottawa. I'm rolling out of the Salvation Army thinking about how great of a 2 days I had game hunting, and then I spotted one more pawn shop across the street from where I was, and I hadn't noticed it on Google Maps, so I decided to roll into this pawn shop, and things are priced right around eBay prices in typical fashion, but then I spot one more game that I don't already have on the Wii U, and I am going towards complete North American set, and so Jeopardy was the game that I managed to pick up, complete in box. They had it listed for $40, but I asked the guy, so yeah, are the prices pretty fixed, or would you guys do $30 on it, you think? Yeah, okay, cool. You know, going for complete sets means sometimes buying weird games that you may or may not ever play, but that's all part of the hunt, and so Jeopardy on the Wii U is my last pickup of this game hunting trip in Ottawa. And that is a wrap on 2 full days of game hunting in Ottawa. If you got a chance to stick around till the end and see both parts, thanks so much. And if you didn't, go check out part 1. There's a lot of cool stuff in that video also. And if you like this kind of content, subscribe, like, comment. Any of that kind of support goes a long way into helping this channel grow. And thanks for sticking around and checking out my game hunting adventures with me. I'll have another one up soon, and I think it's going to be in about a month when I'm in Europe looking for games. So keep an eye on the channel for that coming soon. Later.